I got my big old bowl of gravy. I'm gonna eat that and I'm gonna go on a run. I also have some chia seed pudding, but I forgot to document that. It's already gone. Let's talk about shoes for a second. I've been running in these Ultra Boost Adidas for a while, for quite a while, at least a year, and I like them a lot. I saw some the other day at the store and they're Ultra Boost. These are Light Boost. They're Ultra Boost, but they're Light Boost. But they're different from the ones I saw at the store. Maybe it's just a newer version of it, but it's so much like thicker padding along here. And I tried them on and I loved them. And I was like, I'm definitely gonna get a pair of these shoes at some point. Hang on. These are the shoes that I use to walk in. These are the Cloud Foam. This is an older version. I found it at Ross. And I like them because it feels very neutral for my foot, very lightweight and neutral. I like shoes that make me feel like I'm not wearing shoes. I don't want my foot to feel like it's being manipulated in any kind of way. I want a shoe that makes me feel like I'm barefooted. So I like these. That's why I like running in these shoes, because they felt very natural. My husband got me a new pair of shoes for Christmas, which was the Ultras. I like Ultras because they have a wide toe box and they're also very flat and neutral. It's like a zero, these ones are zero drop. So like the heel and the toe, even, right? These ones are the Outroad. So it's supposed to be, so they see how they have the little lugs on them. This means you're supposed to be able to go like run on the road and run on a trail. And these ones I've ran in one time and I like them, but my very first run in them was my long run. Like basically a half marathon. It was like 2 hours and 50, it was a 2 hour and 15 minute run that I was scheduled to do. And I was like, I'm gonna wear my new shoes because I'm excited. Bad idea, bad idea. Don't ever do your long runs in a brand new pair of shoes. Break the shoes in first. The other thing is I am just not strong enough. My feet are not strong enough to be running that distance in a zero drop shoe. I have to build up more foot strength to do my long runs in a zero drop. So this shoe, that run was very uncomfortable and I irritated my knee on that one. So I told my husband, if we're doing road running, which all our runs are like on the road basically, I was like, I need a shoe with more cushion because as we are increasing our mileage, these no padding, it's doing some things that just doesn't feel right. So he recommended these shoes, the Nike Invincible Run 3s, and it's like, they feel firm, right? You can really squish them, but these shoes are freaking great. They're so great. So about right here, where you're supposed to be landing, like your midfoot, when you strike the ground, that's about where you're supposed to be landing. There's like a bubble right there. You land and it feels like you're just springing back up and you don't feel like the hit on your shins or anything. You know, sometimes you're running on the road and you can just feel it hitting your shins, which if you strengthen your tibialis, your shin muscle, the tibialis, and this muscle right, if I can not fall, this muscle right here, you strengthen that muscle, it helps with shock absorption, which is gonna help not to feel like it's just like digging into your bones. But these shoes right here, I'll tell you what, they are great and I am a fan, and I'm surprised that I like them because I normally go for the shoes that are just like super neutral and flat. And these ones, you can feel there's something there and you can feel it springing you back up, and it has padding, right? But with me running on the road, I'm starting to be like, I'm becoming a fan of padded shoes. I'm gonna go on a run right now. I am scheduled to do 30 to 40 minutes of running and then mobility. So I got this watch. I don't know which way, it's the Coros. I don't know which way to pronounce that, but on here they have a fitness running test, and it basically tells you what your VO2 max is and then where you're at for running, as far as it predicts what it thinks your 5K will be. It predicts what it thinks your 10K will be, what it thinks your half marathon will be, and what it thinks your marathon will be. Right now, because I've tried doing this test 2 times now, and I didn't understand the rules of this test because it's not very clear. When you look on the watch and it's like, just do a run at least for 25 minutes with your heart rate above averaging 142. I did a run, kept my heart rate above 142, and then it counted it just as a run. I realized, oh, you can't just click on run and go for a run. You have to go under the actual fitness test and click that. Even then it says just go for a 25-minute run. So round 2, I went for a 25-minute run, which ended up being like over 40 minutes, and I still did it wrong. So it's like you do like a 5-minute warm up and then a 25-minute regular run, and then there's 2 more sections where you run faster for it to calculate your 10K pace, and then you run faster for it to calculate your 5K pace, and then you have a cool down. And because I didn't know it had all these steps on it, I ended up thinking I was done and walking for the last 20 minutes of it to get back home as my cool down. And so it calculated that my marathon time is 6 hours, 5 hours and 51 minutes. And that's a little bit, I don't like that number. So I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna do today's run with my fancy shoes, and I'm gonna try out this fitness test, and I'm gonna see if my times will improve. I'm hoping. If not, I'm gonna be depressed about it. For a while there, my tibialis was just like shot. Like I quit running for a while because like I could get barely 2 miles into the run before my tibialis was just like so pumped out, and I couldn't figure out why it was doing that. So I was like, maybe I need to strengthen it. So I kept strengthening it, but it seemed to just make the problem worse. And so then I was trying to stretch it, but like stretch it in a lengthening kind of way, like a long ways lengthening it. That was kind of working, but not really. So I realized I needed to foam roll it, because when you foam roll, you're stretching your muscle, but more in a shortened, like pushing down type of way versus lengthening it kind of way. And I needed the pushing down kind of stretching. So I started foam rolling my tibialis every day. That muscle was so tight, it burned so bad to barely put any pressure on it. It blew my mind, but I did it every day. Increased the resistance that I was pushing, like the pressure that I was pushing on it. I increased that slowly over time, and now my tibialis is fine, and I'm so grateful for that. So keep that in mind. Sometimes you got to strengthen and lengthen, but the lengthening can be 2 different ways. It can be stretching or it can be foam rolling, and they're both beneficial. So try both of those. I am back from the run. The test is completed. This time is 4 hours and 32 minutes. That is predicting that I would run a marathon, which is better. It's better, but I still don't fully understand how to do the test. Like I did it properly this time as far as running the whole time. But I'm gonna have to YouTube because I don't know what it wants me to do as far as you have like these zones, and I don't know if I'm supposed to try to stay in a green zone the whole time or just run as fast as I can per like the 25 minutes and then the 10K and then the 5K. I don't know. I don't know. I am happy that my numbers improved, but I still feel like I'm gonna have to do it a 4th time. Whatever. On a happier note, I got a pair of leggings that came in the mail. I've never tried these before. This is a new brand. Try to. There's a brand of leggings. It's the Honor Active leggings, and I've always wanted to buy a pair, but I just haven't. And these ones are basically the exact same thing, but half the price. So I'm trying them out. They literally look the exact same. The only difference is on the leg. The logo is slightly, if I can open these dang things up, slightly different. This has 3, and the actual one has only 2. So I'm gonna try these on and see how they fit. I love the color on them. The waistband is pretty, it's like compressive, but not too compressive to where it's like, you know, you feel like you have to like stretch it out to eat, you know? But I like them. And they're pretty, these are size small. There's still plenty of stretch to them. And then it's got this little design. I don't know if the camera's picking that up. And it's got like a slight scrunch type thing, but not in your face. I've decided that I don't like super in your face scrunch scrunch butt leggings anymore. I'm leaning more towards like the more subtle look. So these are nice. These are nice because they fit nicely. They're stretchy. I feel like it emphasizes the muscles without being like screaming it at you. So yeah, I'm a fan of these. These are size small and I got them on Amazon. I got a little canned chicken noodle soup for a snack. So dinner is going to be leftover chicken. I just added some onions and bell peppers in there, and I'm gonna throw it into a tortilla with some cheese and sour cream. And I'm also making some pancakes. I forgot to mention that I'm also eating cheese sticks while I'm waiting for my food to cook. Cause I'm starving, man. Good morning. I'm gonna make some scrambled eggs and potatoes for breakfast. Some kimchi and sauerkraut. Kimchi or sauerkraut. I don't know yet which one I'm gonna go for. And then today, I think I'm just gonna take it easy for training because my body is still sore from Monday's workout. And then yesterday doing that run. I'm just a little sore still, so I'm gonna take it easy today. I'll probably just do a incline walk on the treadmill to keep my heart rate like in a recovery zone and mobility. We'll see how it goes, but I think that's the plan for today. I was watching Mind Pump a few months ago. I don't know, it was a while back. And one of the episodes I was watching was, they were talking about different ways to burn calories. Obviously you burn calories through like organized exercise where you're like, I'm gonna go out right now and I'm gonna go exercise. But there's also NEAT, which is NEAT, and it stands for non-exercise activity thermogenesis, which is anything you do, any movement that you do, you're burning calories. Whether you're just taking a shower, you're brushing your teeth, you're checking your mail, you're washing your dishes, all those things are burning calories, and that counts as your NEAT because it's non-exercise, but it's activity thermogenesis. It's burning your calories. And one of the things they were talking about was their clients would, on their days off, have the most calorie expenditure for that day. And they're like, what are you doing on your days off from working out that's burning so many calories? And they're like, I'm just cleaning my house. That right there, first off, keep that in mind, that like anything burns calories. Any movement your body does burns calories. It's not just organized activities. But also, that is like great motivation to keep your house clean, is knowing that it's like a freebie. You do what needs to be done, and at the same time, you're benefiting from it. With your body's just benefiting from it. It's like taking steps, you know, being active. And being active, that's what your body wants. Our body wants to be active. It wants to be moving, and it will thank you for it every time. Breakfast in bed. Oh no, I almost spilt it. I got chicken, potatoes, Red Bull, and chia pudding with honey. I take 2 tablespoons of chia seeds. I mix it with a half cup of milk. And then just mix it together. Put it in the fridge for overnight. And I'll throw some honey in there. Just a little tiny bit. Just a little bbit of honey. And chia seeds are so good for you. So good for you. I dropped my spoon. I'm not just looking at my spoon for like a weirdo. Chia seeds are they're full of omega-3s, and we need omega-3s. Generally we eat a lot of omega-6s and not enough omega-3s, and omega-3s are good for inflammation, your brain, but also chia seeds are super fibrous, so it's good for your digestive system. I have a confession. I did not end up doing anything yesterday. Jake came home. He was away for business. Came home yesterday, so I did not do mobility, and I did not do any walking on the treadmill or running or anything. I just had a complete rest day, which is fine because sometimes you need complete rest days, and that's what happened yesterday. But today I have one client today that I need to train, and then I will do my own workout. I'm gonna do my lift today. Today is strength training. I still feel sore from Monday, a little bit sore from Monday, which is, I went heavy. Heavier than I've gone in a long time. But that's because I'm trying to build strength and muscle. You have to do the weights if you want to build the strength and the muscle. If I keep doing the same like moderate weight, then I'll have moderate results, you know? I want heavy results. So I had to increase the weight. And then I never do RDLs, like with a barbell. I'll do RDLs, but I generally do my exercises single leg, just to make sure like so I'm hitting each side equally and not using one side more than the other, since we all have a stronger side. So my RDLs are usually with dumbbells, and it's a lot lighter, but I did 45s, and that did me in. Like, the backs of my legs are still so sore, my adductors, and I'm still recovering from that. But I'm gonna lift today because I'm not as sore, and today I'm supposed to run as well. I'll figure it out. I'm getting ready for work right now. Don't judge me. Okay, don't judge me. The Red Bull is only 80 milligrams of caffeine. This is 100, so it's only 180 milligrams of caffeine that I'm treating. Don't judge me. But this is a new thing I'm trying. It tastes like freaking cough syrup. It's weird. Maybe the energy will be nice, but it's like drinking straight cough syrup. Post upper body pump. I want like jacked shoulders. I don't tend to do dumbbell work at the gym because it's easy for me to talk myself out of it. So I do my big compound lifts at the gym, and then like in my head I'm like, I'm gonna do my isolation exercises at home, and I end up never doing that either. But that's part of my goal. That's part of my fitness goal, is to actually do my dumbbell work for my shoulders and my biceps, because I don't ever do my biceps and I never do my triceps. So that's the goal, is I want bigger shoulders and biceps and triceps without having to flex. I want to just flex this all the time when I'm just walking around. And I also want like my delts right here, my rear delts, to be like jacked, like what it's currently looking like. Lunch is simple. It's jasmine rice, ground beef with bell peppers and onions. We have sauerkraut. I'm not doing a good job showing you. And we have a roll. I definitely normally have more veggies on my plate than just sauerkraut or kimchi. That's why everything's looking extra bland color-wise. But the problem is I need to go shopping. I need to go shopping to get more vegetables. So for now, sauerkraut it is. But did you know that sauerkraut, not just sauerkraut, anything fermented food, fermented vegetables are more beneficial for you than just regular vegetables because of what it does for your gut microbiome. The diversity is knocks it out of the park. If you're comparing regular vegetables to fermented vegetables, you're going to be healthier if you eat fermented vegetables.